What's up, y'all? Polo Sports Talking Entertainment here again with another one. Hit the like button, sub to the channel if you're not a member, and also hit them notifications so that you're able to get all of my content and all of my videos. Yesterday, the Denver Nuggets defeated us uh, in an MVP big man battle between Joel Embiid and the Joker, Nikola Joker. And the score was 114 to 110. Now, in I would say in the first half overall, we were really the first quarter. We came out really strong. Embiid came out really strong. Okay, I have to give him that. But in the second half, okay, we had a decent third quarter, but Jokic, man, he just shows at the end, man. He's a better closer. Maybe not in the sense of getting buckets and everything, but in terms of all around play, that's why you still got to give him the slight edge on the MVP. Yes, Joel Embiid had 34 points to go along with 9 rebounds and 4 assists. James Harden played okay, 24, 24 points and 11 assists, and Maxi had 19, 3 and 3, and Tobias Harris had 10 and 7 rebounds. Jokic led everybody on Denver's end, had 22 rebounds, 8 assists, man, and 13 rebounds. Um, 22 points, 13 rebounds, and 8 assists. Sorry about that. And Will Barton came down with a dub, had 20, and Highland had 21, and Gerald Green, uh, had 10 points. Now, I know a lot of you, y'all favor buckets and you favor style of play and you favor, how good a player looks and the footwork and all of this other stuff. Sometimes, yeah, while it looks crisp and it looks smooth. I'm talking about Jokic and everything. I'm sorry about that, Joel Embiid, and while it looks, stylistic and all, that's not gonna get you wins. And on top of that, we got to think Jokic is facing what some people consider to be a juggernaut. Do I think that we're a juggernaut? No, I don't. We had a potential to be, but we can't do that if guys aren't on the same page. Okay, and like I said, we have this stigma upon us that we are choke artists. Okay, especially when you talk about a guy like Joel Embiid, and when you talk about a guy like James Harden. Okay, and look, you know, I'm trying my best to give James Harden the benefit of the doubt. Okay, but like I told the brother Ticket. Okay, shout out to Ticket. I told him that it all starts when things aren't going your way, when the losing starts happening. Then somehow, some way, you start finding out a lot of finger pointing. I'm not happy with this or I'm not happy with that, making all these different excuses instead of owning up to what needs to be done. And that's the knock that I have on James Harden. Look, I mention all the time that he came up short in key moments. I mention that all the time. But I wouldn't bring that out so much if you were not combining that with your poor level of play. Okay, with your poor level of play at the end of games, or even your poor attitude for that matter. Okay, it's time to stop the excuses now. I'm not giving Joel Embiid a pass or anything, or going to say that he played great because he got the win against Milwaukee. He played outstanding. To me, one could argue that that's been his best game. Some people are going to bring up the games in which he set records, like when he played against Orlando. I'm talking about the first time when he played against Orlando and put up a whole bunch of points. And so many minutes and stuff like that. People gonna bring that up. But what I look at is the good quality wins, and that win against Milwaukee was a quality win, especially when you consider the fact that they did not have James Harden. Okay, look, Jokic outplayed him. Okay, some of y'all get, oh well, he had 34 points, or he had this amount of points and stuff like that. Yeah, but what about his impact? What about his impact? That's what some of the guys in the LDBC, they try to tell you. What about his impact? What is he doing that's beneficial? I'll take 13 rebounds and 10 assists. I know he had eight assists, but I'm just bringing up an example. I'll take that and a few points, and he gets the points at the right time, at the right time. But some people don't see it that way. They think that Jokic is unorthodox and ugly in terms of the way that he plays and the style that he plays and stuff like that, which I think is unorthodox. I don't think it's ugly, but some people aren't used to it, you know. And a lot of times, man, we get caught up in the stylistic aspect or the drip, things of that nature. What's up with it, 3000? I see you in the building. 3001 degrees. Make sure y'all go subscribe to his channel. But, overall, like I said, Jokic right now, he has the slight edge. Now, who do I have above both of them? I got Ja Morant. I have Ja Morant without a doubt. Now, people are going to try to argue me and say that, it's going to be Jokic above Ja Morant for the simple fact that Jokic has been literally carrying his team, which is a great argument. But I look at Ja Morant and what how sensational he plays on the road, and Ja Morant could do. He could kill you not only with his playmaking, but he can also kill you with his offensive play as well. In terms of getting buckets, in terms of his knack to attack the rim, has a decent shot. You know what I'm saying? He's not no Steph Curry or none of that, or any Joe Harris or KD from outside and none of that. Not just yet, but he's improved from his first year in the league. Yeah, I could tell you that. But I still have Jokic. You know, what's up with it? What's up with it? TJ, I see you in the building. I still have Jokic. He's a playmaker. He doesn't get the credit that he deserves, and I like that. Listen, people are gonna down him and downplay him because he got the MVP last year, but he played. He didn't play that well when he was in the playoffs last season. You know what I'm saying? And I get it, but I think that Jokic is on a mission. Listen, you can only do with what you have. You can only make do with what you have. You got to think about it. Jamal Murray is 50-50 on if he's coming back, you know. And Michael Porter Jr., while he's coming back and everything, he still has to get in the groove of everything. But think about it. All these other guys are coming back. Draymond Green, he's back with the Warriors. Brook Lopez, he's back with Milwaukee. You understand what I'm saying? So all these other guys are getting their pieces back. Jokic is still having to play with house money. You said I was arguing with people last night about that. They were downplaying Joker's performance. I was asking, how can y'all do that? And he almost has a triple double and he won. Well, a lot of people look at the bucket factor. They look at, listen, we played good in the beginning. We played good. We had them up by 15. But that's the thing. 3001. People are prisoners of the moment, and they're actually prisoners of one particular one dimensional type of aspect of the game. And what do people most likely want to see? They want to see you score, 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 score. But you could score all day, but can you score in the right moment? Like Big Shot Bob, you know, and that's why I got, Big Shot Bob or Robert Horry as a Hall of Famer, is because, okay, everybody wants to sit up here and say that Robert Horry isn't a Hall of Famer and all this other stuff. Well, he is a Hall of Famer because this guy covered so much ground, and throughout the whole game, he might not be averaging 20 and having 10 and all this other stuff, right? But the important intangibles that he does, and then guess what? He's at the right place at the right time at the right given moment, and can be the deciding factor of a game plenty of times. And that's I'm not saying that Robert Horry is an MVP. I'm not trying to digress or nothing like that, but it's just a primary example. But when you look at it from that that way of looking at things, instead of just looking at it one dimensional, oh, how many points did he score and stuff like that, then okay, you're looking at the game totally wrong. And I know some people disagree with me, on that, but it doesn't matter. I have my opinion. And Jokic is doing he's doing more with less. Joel Embiid's got James Harden. Man, skip all that. He's got Tyrese Maxey and he's got Tobias Harris. Okay, I don't want to hear no excuses. Them guys are decent players. Give me Tobias Harris and give me Maxey. It's Green that's a non-factor if you really want to be technical. Facts. Denver was down 15, 16 points. Yeah, and Jokic is one of those players where shit. That's why you call him Joker, not just because of his name, because of Joker. What's up, Sheed? I see you in the building. Make sure y'all go subscribe to Sheed. We her. I see you in the building. Definitely go check out his channel. But and even 3000. Even if they didn't really agree with me on this, or they don't agree with you on this, or even if you didn't agree, right? I wouldn't be mad at somebody. I don't get in my feelings about saying that Jokic is a better MVP or he's an MVP right now. I don't really get caught up in that. You know why? Because some people don't even have Ja Morant up there. They get mad at you if they say that DeMar DeRozan is. But I'm like, okay, yeah, DeMar DeRozan, he's had a good, stretch of game, but what about when he plays the elite teams? And see, that draws the debate right there. You know why? Because Ja Morant has done it against the great teams and hostile environments on the road and been able to seal the deal. So you take that into account, okay? And what's it called? DeMar DeRozan, even though they've struggled and they've had their struggles and everything, they're still like they were still 0-14 at one point against elite teams in the NBA. Yeah, and see, what people don't realize is that they're second in defensive efficiency. But people don't look at that type of stuff, man. They look at one thing, they look at things one dimensional and stuff. Um, And look, if you're comfortable with Embiid being the Embiid's on my team, but I'm like, he could do better. Now, his best game was against Giannis on the big stage. Think about it. But when he played against Phoenix, guess what? He messed up in the end and threw a turnover. And that was also Doc's fault too, as well, with the rotation. They were helter skelter. But he had an opportunity to capitalize in key moments and didn't do it against Phoenix. John Morant could. You know, so we gotta, you gotta look at stuff like that, you know. And Ja Morant's going in hostile environments. He's going on the road, you know, in arenas and taking the life out of the building. Sort of like what Jordan used to do. Sort of like what Kobe used to do. Sort of like what Larry used to do. Sort of like what Kareem used to do. You know, you're supposed to suck the life out of the building, man. And if you're not doing that in not only in the regular season, if you can do that in the playoffs, that's really when you're gonna most likely be a champion, because you could play against um all things against you. Durant has proven that he could do that. Now I know some people are gonna disagree with me on that. Well, he played on the well-oiled machine. He still sucked the life out of the building, whether you like it or not, and he's done it in the playoffs time and time again. Durant. Durant is a killer. He may not do it the way that you want him to, but he's still a killer regardless. But all right, guys, man, I gotta ride out. Got some things I gotta take care of though. But make sure y'all like the video, share it, subscribe, hit them notifications. Polo Sports Talking Entertainment. I'll get at you later.